let's allow the candidates to introduce themselves. The way things have been set up this evening, to my right are the candidates for District 1. To my left are the candidates for District 2. And we will start with the current incumbent candidate, Steve Wadley. Please introduce yourself and your opening statement.
Okay. My name is Steve Wadley. I'm the current county commissioner. I was appointed to office in 2011 to fill a vacancy, and I was reelected 4 years ago. In that time, the county finances, I believe, have done much, much better than they had in the past. All of our audits have been unqualified, which means that the auditors have no reason not to verify the information that we've given them. This is a big thing for Archuleta County, and it hadn't been done for a while before that. Our finances have been in such a mess that the auditors would not qualify our audit. We worked hard, and I want to also say from the outset that I don't want to take credit alone. There's three of us, and no one of us did anything. All three of us had to work together. We worked hard to maintain our payment in lieu of taxes, money for secure rural schools, which is $400,000 a year. Since I've been there, our reserves have gone from $2.6 million to $5.5 million. We've substantially upgraded the DHS services that we provide in the county. We recognize that 12% of our county are veterans, and we've worked hard to upgrade our services there. We've privatized the services to seniors, which has really helped that program well. 4-H was very, very close to being cut a few years ago because of budget cuts. We found a way to keep that going. And I want to say personally, I've done an add-on to 4-H auctions every year since I've been a commissioner. The number of county employees at one point in the history of the county was 220. It's now, it was 164, I believe, when I took office, and it's now down to 147 county employees. We've been very lean. The Board of County Commissioners several years ago changed the mill levy, where we appropriated 10% less money to general services and put that 10% more into road and bridge. We've upgraded and invested in equipment for road and bridge, heavy equipment, so that we're more efficient with motor graders and dump trucks and everything else that's needed. We got 3 miles of paver done and now they have to pay 17% of that fee. We got grants for the rest. Chimney Rock is a national park. The town and county work together. We have a tourism board that's worked. We're up 9% on our taxes. And I believe that we've just done a lot to improve the county operations in general. And I've got more to say, but I'll probably fill it in later. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight.
Good evening. My name is Morgan Murray, and I'm running for County Commissioner because this is a really important time in our local community. A decision is going to be made to determine who makes decisions in this county, and your vote matters. Because of that, I feel it's important for those of us that can to stand up and run. I've been a resident here for over a decade, and during that time, I've poured my heart, my sweat, my money, and my tears into this community. Because I love this place, and I love the people that are here. Many of you I know, many of you are friends, and I'm so proud of where I live. I could have come here and done my job and ridden my bike and taken it easy, but I've chosen to get involved. I was a vice chairman of the Town Tourism Commission for many years and really worked with that organization to shape much of the practices that they use today, to direct our marketing efforts, to attract tourists here from all over the world. I founded a charity called Gecko that has provided $125,000 in scholarships to our local students and given them transformative, life-changing opportunities. The participants in Gecko events have contributed millions of dollars to our local economy. I don't get paid from Gecko, but I get highly rewarded in what we've done for our kids and our community. Through my business at the shopping center, I've helped many people in this community launch new businesses, start new businesses, survive in their business, and when times are good, thrive in that business. I know how hard it is to survive here. I know how hard many of us work to eke out a living here, and I know the challenges faced by small business. And I believe that my track record has shown that I'm dedicated to help small business prosper in this community. I'm running for county commissioner not because I want to change this place, but I want to make it easier for those of us that live here to thrive here and enjoy our life here. We need a new jail and a courthouse, and this is a big issue in our community. But like we do at home, our needs and our priorities have to line up with our finances. And we have to ensure that the choices that we're making as a Board of County Commissioners line up with what we can afford. To spend months and months and months and then a year making a decision that we can't afford does not line up with my practice as a business person or my behavior as a future commissioner. My platform is focused on bringing technology here. I've been leading the broadband initiative through the Community Development Corporation, which I've been a volunteer member of for more than 4 years. And we're working hard to ensure that Pagosa Springs technology does not fall off the back of the rest of the world, but we rise up and provide the technology we need for small businesses to thrive here, for single operators to live here, for people to have access to technology that is going to be as mandatory as water and sewer services are to the community. We need to look at the rules and regulations in our community to find ways that we can creatively make access to affordable housing more profitable and more readily available to developers. We have to solve this issue. We don't need to subsidize this issue, but as leaders, we can find ways to make it happen. So I'm asking for your vote tonight, your support to help lead this community into the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rod Profit, and I'm also a 10-year veteran of living in this community. I arrived in 2007, and this morning when I got up, I was actually of the mind that I was going to withdraw my candidacy for this position. And since then, I've gone through a number of different conversations with various people, and I've changed my opinion. I'm going to stay in this race, and I'll have more to say about that later. But let me just touch on a couple of things. I'm president of San Juan Water Conservancy District. You may know that project that we've been doing up there for a number of years called Dry Gulch Reservoir, and we partnered with Pagosa Area Water and Sand on that, and during the recession things really got crosswise, and I think the agreement that we reached over negotiation for the last 3 or 4 years has been a win-win for this community, a win-win for PAWS, and a win-win for the state of Colorado. And it's part of the state water plan. It's on the list of priority projects to be completed. The water plan, of course, lays out water storage as a priority. So we think that we've done a pretty good job there. I'm also a member of Rotary. I was on the board for Colorado Housing and president of that for a number of years, and we were able to complete several projects in the community. Unfortunately, that became a victim of the recession, and we dissolved that corporation, and it took us almost 4 years to dissolve it by just getting rid of the assets in Colorado Housing. So winding down the affairs of that group really occupied my time for quite a while. But my theme for this campaign is moving forward. And like Morgan, I think that we're past the recession, and I think that we need to be thinking about where we're going to set our steps in developing this county the way it should be for the future. A sustainable community that is able to build on itself. And some of the issues that we are going to address tonight, we'll get to those points, but I think we've got all the ingredients in place to do it, and I'm really positive about where we're going with this thing. So I'm looking forward to the comments later on. Thanks.
All right, we will move to District 2, and let's start with finance.
Thank you all for allowing us here tonight. I'd like to say that first of all.
Closer.
Closer? There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, I'd like to thank you all for allowing us to speak here tonight. My name's Ronnie Mays. I'm a lifelong resident of Archuleta County, 52 years. And I have an extensive background of involvement with Archuleta County. It started with on the Fair Board. I was active there for 4 years as a board of director for the Archuleta County Fair Board. Also, after that, I was a volunteer firefighter for 11 years. At the same time, I was also elected to the fire district for 2 consecutive terms and ended the term as chairman for the fire district. At the premises of that, at the same time, we were also awarded a $2.2 million bond for the fire district, which I was able to foresee and follow through with the disbursement of those funds, basically to the line item that we asked you people for the bond. After that, I was also at the same time on the Volunteer Firefighter Pension Fund, which we were able to manage the monies and pull them out of the FPPA and put those monies into a Wells Fargo investment account to where we were able to establish and raise money back from the loss around the economic depression time that happened, and we were able to even actually recover and get our pensioners a raise, which is usually not heard of. Also, I was on the Unified Combined Dispatch Board, where at its inception for Archuleta County, and through that, working with the commissioners, the chief of police, the town, and the hospital district, we were able to set up a board to where we can take and make each entity that's involved in using the 911 services and them contributing their fair funds of usage percentage-wise, which saved Archuleta County a lot of money. After that, I was on the School District Accountability Committee for about a year. We discussed some issues, but we never resolved or even made a few attempts there to make any recommendations to the school board. We discussed the year-round school, which we couldn't get enough solid numbers to make a decision to make a recommendation at that time. And after that, I was, and currently right now, am serving my 5th year on the Town Planning Commission, and I'm chairman of that. My love for this county has no end. I've lived here all my life. I've always been taught and raised and have mentorship from a lot of good men and women of this county. I rely on that. And my intention in everything that I've done and all the boards that I've been on is to leave it better than I found it. And I would like to earn your vote and do my best to serve you, because I will be working for you, the citizens of Archuleta County. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Natalie Carpenter. Thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting this tonight and to the audience for attending this very important event. Like the rest of us behind the tables, I'm here because I want to be your next county commissioner. This is a serious job that you, the voters, are hiring for. I'm 45 years old and I have 2 children still at home, ages 13 and 11. My son is 22, which is the same age I was when I moved here in 1993. At that time, there was 1 traffic light in Pagosa Springs, downtown at Hot Springs Boulevard. There was no such thing as an uptown city market, and I rented a 2-bedroom condo from Sunitha Management for $425 a month next to the tennis courts. With an electrical engineering background, I was the first employee at the Radio Shack store that was opening above the malt shop downtown. I've made volunteer service part of my life here in Archuleta County. Within a few months of moving to Pagosa, I joined the Pagosa Springs Arts Council, where I volunteered for several years as the editor and publisher of their newsletter. When my son was born in 1994, I worked part-time at Radio Shack and started my own computer business called The Computer Tamer, and I did on-site computer tutoring and support to business owners, individuals, and anybody that needed help. During my years of self-employment, I worked for dozens of businesses, nonprofits, and individuals in the county, which has provided me with valuable insight into the diverse needs of our community. When my son graduated from high school and my daughters were both in school full-time, I accepted a permanent position with Pirelli Natural Horsemanship. I still work there as the director of IT, with IT standing for Information Technology. And my specialty is information and communication. I've maintained a spirit of community service the entire time I've lived here. I've started several projects in an effort to improve our community, such as a family activity magazine, an online calendar of events, an area nonprofit directory, and even a swim academy, the Little Dippers Swim Academy, for those that remember. I've attended hundreds of hours of community and government meetings in Archuleta County, and I've seen that often the same group of voices are represented over and over, while others in our community seem to be ignored. This county has seen immense change in the past 23 years, and more change is inevitable. It's how these changes are planned for and managed that will define the future of this county. I have experience, professional skills, and most importantly, an open mind and willingness to listen to all voices. I believe you'll learn more tonight about who I am and why I'm ready to make public service my full-time job and work for you. So thank you for being here tonight.
Good evening. My name is Ray Finney. I am running for County Commissioner, and I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting together this forum. I think it's the first time I've ever been to this forum as a candidate, but it's pretty cool. Also, all of you for coming. Obviously, you're concerned about Archuleta County, and you'd like to see best possible government. My background, I've lived here, actually, I'm a short timer. These two guys have been here longer than me. I've only been here 22 years. I moved down here to run the Affordable Self-Help Home Ownership Program financed by USDA. And in the time that I ran the program, we built over 140 houses from here to Cortez to Silverton. And about 140 homes, I think about 80 of them are in Archuleta County. And we've had very interesting challenges when we did that. But we worked out everything. A lot of our units were in POPOA, and it was an interesting challenge to work through that. So I think affordable housing, whether it's workforce housing or senior housing or housing for the homeless, those are important issues. Another very important issue, which has to do with the workforce, is the affordable quality childcare. When I've talked to some of the business people in town, their number one issue is workforce housing and after that childcare. And we've got a lot of families that really need both of those items taken care of. Another piece of the puzzle is working with our senior citizens and with our veterans. The seniors, we do have some really good programs in the county for seniors. We have some good programs in the county for veterans. But we owe both of those groups a debt of gratitude. The seniors, because they took care of us and took care of their grandchildren, our kids. And the veterans, because they've borne the heat of the battle. I can say that I really lucked out. I was in the Navy for 2 years, 1 month, and 26 days. And it was a great adventure. But luckily I got out before Vietnam even heated up. So I think we owe a debt of gratitude to those people. Probably the last issue, which is equally, well, two issues. One is we have to support local businesses, and I'll be committed to listen to what they have to say. And the other one is the high-speed internet. That's how the world works today. I have been talking to people here and also over in Durango as far as how the different high-speed internet systems work. So anyhow, it's going to be an interesting challenge. And I'll tell you, I don't know all the answers, but as we said in the Naval Academy, I'll find out. And I would like to help you. I'd like to help the people in our county and the people who aren't here. So I just got the red card. This is like soccer. Thank you very much.
Let's give these candidates a round of applause.